Hello and welcome back to your day 8 of our 30-day challenge. This is Flow Pilates and my name is Greta Stewart. Today I've got an awesome Pilates HIIT workout teed up for you lovely people. So it's a slightly higher paced, higher energy flow, but we start off still nice and slow by activating through those abdominals. You will need just one light pair of dumbbells, but that is it. And without further ado, let's meet in our 4-point kneeling position. Nice. Hands are underneath the line of our shoulders here, knees are under our hips, and we're going to start by extending that left leg, that right leg back behind us on the mat, toe is tucked. Bracing through our belly here, pressing that mat away with our palms. We're inhaling, and as we exhale, we're lifting that mat, just knee to hover off the mat and tapping it back down. So exhale to take that lift, inhale to lower. So it's just a small movement to start us off. As we take that lift, I want you to think about sucking that belly button into your spine, feeling that little crunch and cinch through that rib to hip connection. All right, this next time we're gonna lift that knee up and hold. Can you sweep that leg back behind you? We're drawing it back in before we tap it down. So we lift, extend, lower, and tap. Beautiful. Making sure you're not sinking down into those shoulders. Nice work. Our gaze isn't lowering down beneath our belly either. Beautiful. 2 more like this before we add on. Okay, this next time, let's drop that knee. You're extending that right leg back behind you, taking 1 tricep push-up before we tuck our back leg and we lift those hips, extend our back leg. So that's our combo. Right leg extends, tricep push. We tuck, we lift the knee, we extend that leg. Beautiful, keeping those elbows nice and tucked into our body as we take that tricep push up. Beautiful. If you're feeling strong, team, we have 1 final progression for this movement. This next time you press up, instead of just hovering that knee off the mat, send your toes to nose, finding a little crunch. We extend that leg back behind us before knee drops, and we tricep press. So we're adding a little pike up before we take that full nice extension. Beautiful, enjoying that little round through our upper back as we draw that knee to nose. Beautiful. Just here for 2 more full reps. Last one here, team. Last tricep press, we all meet at the top. We're just getting to work on that pike and leg extension. We pike, we extend. Beautiful. And that pike, sending your hips up towards the sky, finding that little round through those shoulders. Beautiful, just here for 4. Here for 3. 2, on 1. Can you step that left foot forward? Beautiful. We're reaching up, grabbing your dumbbells, rising up to standing. Nice work. We're gonna start with that right leg first. So we're stepping that left leg back as we sweep dumbbells out to find an L. Beautiful, rise and stand. So inhale as we lower, exhale to rise back up. So that right arm is extending forward, left arm sending out towards that side. Working that 90-90 lunge here. Chest should stay relatively upright, and you're working to tap that knee on that mat each time. Beautiful, just giving me 3 more before we add on. Here for 2. Nice, team, last one, like this. If you're up for it, we're lunging down and holding. Your left arm's gonna sweep down as our chest hinges forward. Beautiful. It hinges up as we sweep it back high before we rise it up. So watch me carefully. We lunge, straighten that back leg as we take that hinge. Rise on up as we sweep it up and we stand. So that's our little combo. Notice how we shift our weight distribution in that lunge here. So we go from an even distribution in that 90-90 to loading all of our weight through that front right foot as we hinge forward. Nice. Beautiful, just giving me 3 more like this. Staying low, hips are still square towards the front of the mat. Beautiful work, final 2. Last one. All right, we meet up at the top. Quick moment to roll those shoulders out. We've got our final push. All together, let's find that lunge. We're just working those hinges and those sweeps. Whew. Nice work, not here for long, team. Embracing that fatigue, here for 4. Here for 3. Here for 2. On 1, we press up to standing. Dumbbells to your shoulders. We're stepping that leg back to lunge and driving up. We tap, we drive, we tap, we drive. Beautiful work. As I said, this is a slightly higher paced class here. So trying to speed up if you can. Beautiful. Focusing on still tapping that knee each time. If you're up for it, we're gonna add those arms. So we press down and we push those dumbbells up. We push, we push. Nice, just here for 6, here for 5, here for 4, 3, you are so strong, for 2, last one, we drive up, dumbbells come down. A moment to catch your breath here, bending through that left leg as we extend that right arm up. Nice work. We can touch back down. Left arm extends up, bending through our right. Coming back down. When you're ready, both of your hands are gonna find those dumbbells. We're stepping those legs back to find our long line plank. Pushing those palms away, tucking through your pelvis, squeezing those glutes. We're going for a Pilates burpee, team. So your left leg's gonna step in, right leg steps in, curling those dumbbells as we press overhead. Nice. Left steps back, right steps back. Nice. Alternating these step-ins, taking that press at the top. Nice work. Beautiful. We're gonna keep adding layers through this. If you don't like it, just stay with the step-in, team. Awesome. Otherwise, we're gonna find your plank and hold, dropping those knees, taking 1 tricep push-up. We rise up before you take that burpee. Nice. So adding on that press. Okay, I know I said this has some hip moves in it, team. So if you're keen today, your game, we're gonna add a jump instead of that step. So you're jumping up, curling, pressing, jumping back into that press. Whew. Nice work. This is not a long set. You guys are doing well. All right, final layer. An option for challenge this next time you press up. Can you sink down low? We're extending that left tricep back as we lift our left heel. We return forward. Right arm extends back as we lift right heel. We extend forward, dumbbells drop before taking that tricep push. Nice. So we're pressing back, taking that tricep extension and heel raise. This is that full combo. Beautiful. Just giving me 2 more full reps like this. You're doing so well. Final full rep. Final tricep push. We're gonna meet up in our squat, sinking down low. Just getting to work on those tricep extensions and heel lifts. Beautiful, staying low on that squat, sending your bum back and down. Here for 5, here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells can come down, stepping back. Nice work. Tucking those toes under. We can just press back to found that downward dog. Taking a moment to pedal out those legs. Taking a moment to reset before we go straight in to that other side. Awesome. Knees drop down. This time, we're gonna extend that left leg back. Right toes are on the mat. We're starting by just hovering that right knee and tapping back down. We hover and we tap. Awesome. So now's the time to check our form. Making sure you have a flat back here. That knee lift is coming from pulling that belly button up towards that sky. Nice work. Pressing that mat away with our palms. Okay, adding on this next time we press up. Can we extend that leg? We draw the leg back in before we tap. Beautiful. Press, extend, draw in, and tap. Beautiful. Lengthening out through that right leg as we kick it back. Staying as still as possible through our trunk. Beautiful, just one more like this before we add on. Okay, we're dropping that knee down and holding. Dumbbells might be in the way. We're adding that one tricep press, left leg's extended. Before we take that lift and leg extension. Beautiful. Knee drops, left leg extends, one press. Awesome. Aim of the game is to keep those elbows nice and snug in towards our side body in that tricep press team. Don't let them splay out to either side. Final push, if you wish to take it, is to add that knee to nose pike before we fully extend that leg back. And we tricep press. Beautiful. We pike, extend, drop, and press. Focusing on sending knee to nose, rounding through that upper back each time in that pike. Seeing how close we can get it, focusing on that little crunch through our core. Just here for 3. Lovely work, team. Final 2. Last rep. You are so strong. I'm right here with you. Okay, we all press up and meet at the top. Just getting to work on that pike and leg extension. Pike and extend. Not here for long, just here for a count of 4. Here for 3. Exhale as we crunch in. Inhale to lower for 2. Last one, we pull that right foot forward and we step that left in, grab those dumbbells and rise on up to standing. Whew. Moment to roll those shoulders back and down. This time that left foot is staying forward. We're stepping that right leg back as we take that L shape. Nice. Exhale to press. Inhale as we lower. So as we lunge this time, that left arm sweeping forward, our right is sweeping out towards the side. Nice, we're sinking into that 90-90 lunge. So our back leg is bent here, chest is upright, working to tap that right knee back on the mat each time. All right, this next time, let's sink low, let's hold. You're gonna lower that right arm as you tilt your chest forward, straighten through our back leg, return back, chest upright, and drive up. So we sink down, tilt forward into the glute lunge, refine that 90-90, and drive up. Nice. You guys have got it. Focusing on staying low as we take that glute lunge. Beautiful. Most of our weight comes into that front left foot this time as we're tilting forward. Beautiful. Just here for 3 more like this. Final 2, team. Still staying low in that lunge, still keeping those shoulders rolled back and down. Final rep. All right, we meet at the top. Quick moment to roll those shoulders out. Taking a moment. As a team, we're going down that rabbit hole. We're stepping that back right foot, L-shaping those arms, just working that tilt to forward and back. We find that glute lunge, we refine that 90-90. Beautiful, just here for 5. Here for 4. Here for 3. Here for 2. Nice work. On 1, we step that back leg in. Dumbbells come to your shoulders. We're tapping that back knee and driving up. Nice and fast. Whew. Stepping back and rising. Beautiful. Focusing on that depth here. That speed does not sacrifice that range of motion. If you're feeling strong, we're adding that final challenge. So tapping down and pressing those arms at the top. We're speeding it up. Nice work, team. Working to burn out this left-hand side. You guys are so close, just here for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping in, lowering those dumbbells down. All right, final set of class, team. Holding onto those dumbbells. We're stepping back to find your plank. We've just got that final burpee, Pilates burpee, to finish us off. So we're starting with those step-ins. Left foot, right foot, drive up to press on up. So working these step-ins, starting, alternating whatever foot you start with, team. Nice. We're gonna keep adding those different layers on, either staying here or moving with me. 1 more like this. This next time we step back, knees drop, 1 tricep press. Nice work. So you're taking that press at the bottom, elbows are staying tight. Lovely. You guys know what's coming this time, so I want you to push. Don't be scared to finish off strong. Embrace that fatigue. Right. If you're up for it, taking that jump now. We're jumping back before coming back up. Okay, nice one. Just here for 2 more before we add that final layer. This next one we drive up. Let's hold, sinking low. Taking that tricep extension and a heel raise. Beautiful. Dumbbells come down before we take that press. That is that full challenge, team. Taking that single arm tricep extension as we heel lift at the top. Giving me 3 more like this. Awesome work. Last 2. Final tricep press there. We drive up, we meet in that squat. We're staying low, just working those tricep extensions and heel lifts. Here like this for 5, here for 4. Lovely work for 3, 2, on 1. Dumbbells to your chest. Final push of class. We're jumping those feet together and jumping them out. They send together and away. Final push, I promise. We're just here for your final count of 15 for class. There's nothing else after this. Sinking a little bit lower for 8. Here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells can lower down. Swiveling on to face me, lengthening out through those legs. Nice work. We can just rainbow those arms up and over to your left, sending knee to nose. And coming on over to the right now. Letting that breath return to normal. I know that my heart rate got high there. Nice work. Just bring your feet into a cross-legged position. We're just gonna finish off with one last deep breath to finish off. So inhale, sweeping those hands nice and high, lifting that gaze, feeling that good energy shift in us. And as you exhale, you can sweep those arms down. Thank yourselves for showing up to practice today. You absolutely smashed it. It was definitely a fun, different class today, so let me know if you enjoyed it. And I will see you for day 9. See you later.